You was good. I've kind of accepted that I'm late to pretty much every single holiday, but it's past New Year's now. I hope everybody had a good New Year's. Hope you all have your New Year's resolutions you're not gonna fulfill by the end of the year, and then you're just gonna give up after the second month. I don't really have many New Year's resolutions right now. Resolutions, I don't know why I said singular, but it's been 5 days, well technically 6 days, because I'm up at 12 in the morning making this at January 6th, but regardless, it's already 5 days into the new year, and I've already pretty much given up. My New Year's resolution is just to make it to 2026, to be honest. Now, if you saw my last video over my Christmas, you would know that I didn't have a very good Christmas, but one would think that my luck would turn around, for the new year, new year, new me, not gonna get shit gifts, not gonna have a bad year. Yeah, it's pretty much the opposite of what's going on right now. Maybe my luck's gonna turn around, but I'll just give you a little breakdown, a little summary of what's happened over the past 5 days. Right now, I'm just kind of teetering around it, and you guys are probably wondering how I fucked my year up already. Most of it's my fault. Some of it's not. But let me just give you a little breakdown real quick. All right, let's see what we got. All right, my best friend of 8 years blocked me on all social media. All right. Fell back in love with my ex. Classic. All of my friends are leaving for the military. Wait, is that like actually all of them, or... Oh, okay. And last but not least, wait, lost 4 of your hardcore Minecraft worlds. Now this is just unacceptable. Yeah, now y'all realize the kind of shit hand I've been dealt, but we'll just cross our fingers for the rest of the year. But at the point of my life where I'm at right now, I find myself reminiscing a lot on the good old days, where I was a kid, didn't have any worries or anything, didn't have to think about anything, right? I was just eating crayons and eating my own shit and, playing in it. A lot of stuff with shit, to be honest. I was a nasty ass kid. I was thinking about what really brought me joy back then. What really kind of set me off and put me in a good mood for the rest of the day. And I feel like it's every boy's, what every boy loves. Whenever you're younger, it's always those toys. Specifically, action figures. And everybody knows, I don't mean the fucking ones that you draw with, you use for fucking reference to see the position of the body and you make art based off of that. I'm talking about fucking Go Tanks versus Batman versus Darth Vader in a 1v1v1. That's what I'm talking about. Aside from watching cartoons, that was the shit. That shit was tough. That shit brought me supreme joy. And I was actually recently reminded about that because I went out, and I didn't say this on my Christmas video because it didn't have anything to do with what I was trying to talk about. But I went out and helped my mom kind of buy gifts for these kids, right? There's a single mom. We went and bought her kids some gifts and stuff and wrapped them and everything. Some sort of charity thing. I'm not exactly sure. I don't really know what it was for. I don't even know the kids. I never even got to see them, but I got them gifts and stuff. And there was a boy, another boy, and then there was a girl. One of the boys was a little older. We got him like RC car and all that bullshit. Other girl, I'll get to that in a second. And the boy, I got him an action figure, a couple of action figures, some Hot Wheels, all that good shit. I was told they loved it, and it kind of reminded me of whenever I was a kid. Like what would I want? Because I had to kind of put myself in his shoes. And it was a good time. And I know what the boys wanted. I didn't really know what the girls wanted, though. Oh my fucking goodness, I keep on having voice crack. But I kind of understood what the kids would want because I was them at one point, right? But for the girl, I didn't have as much of an idea. But one thing I did know that she would want is the equivalent of action. Like, I'm just kind of getting into it. What's the equivalent of an action figure for a girl? Barbies. Boom. Easy gift. Every girl loves Barbies, I think. So it just made sense. I get the boy, or the little boy, I get him action figures. I get the little girl some Barbies. It just makes sense. I started looking around, trying to find, the right Barbie. What Barbie would this little girl want? Because you want to get the pretty Barbie, right? And so I was looking around, and I see this shit. Now, if you're an idiot, you might be like, what the fuck is wrong with this Barbie? I don't see anything wrong with the Barbie. The Barbie's fucking fat. Alright, let me put another Barbie next to it for comparison. Now that we have a pretty fair comparison, you can see that the Barbie on the right is a very pretty Barbie. I would give it to my daughter if I had one. and the Barbie on the left is a fat ass Barbie who had too many honey buns. Now again, if you're an idiot, I love you. I'm an idiot too. But if you're an idiot, you might be asking yourself, well, what's wrong with having a fat Barbie, And I think it's easier to ask yourself, what's good about having a fat Barbie? The only thing that I could think of is so that lazy parents can continue to be lazy ass parents, because it's very obvious why it's here, right? It's the reason why they made the black Barbie, which I think that was great, right? It's great to make a black Barbie, it'll make for any black girls that receive a Barbie or want a Barbie, you don't have to get a Barbie and be like, mommy, why is my Barbie an ugly ass cracker, right? That's a good thing, which obviously they got added a while ago, right? Because there was only white Barbies or whatever. They added the black Barbie. It made black girls feel more accepted and quote unquote normal, which that's not even a fucking thing, but that's how it made them feel, which is inherently a good thing. This is trying to do the same thing. Instead of including normal things like being of another color, like adding an Asian Barbie or a Latina Barbie, they added a fucking fat Barbie. Are you kidding me? Now, what's wrong with the fat Barbie? We have to kind of lay that out first before we say anything, right? What's wrong with the fat Barbie? First of all, it normalizes being fat for young girls. And at that young age, the only people that I imagine are going to be wanting a fat Barbie are little fat girls, right? And even them, they're probably not going to want it. They want the pretty Barbie, right? But their parents are probably going to give it to them so that they feel more normal and everything, which obviously, shout out to my BBWs out there. They're a dub. They're cool. And I grew up as like a little fat kid, right? I grew up as a chubby kid. I'm fat 9 months out of the year, right? Because I just don't really give a fuck. But I'm at a point where I can kind of make that decision for myself, whether or not I want to be fit or whether or not I want to look good or feel good, how I want to feel. But those little girls, you allowing them to be fat, which this is already kind of another topic, but it is very similar into the Barbies, right? You allowing them to be fat is just going to make them unhealthy. They're going to grow bad habits as they grow up. And if you normalize that to them, then for the longest amount of time, they're going to stay fat. They're not going to work on themselves. They're not going to, lose weight. They're not going to eat healthy or any of that. And I know this is a fucking Barbie, but it normalizes it. This isn't, I'm not saying that it's that having a fat Barbie is going to make every little girl that gets a fat Barbie a little fat ass. But you get my point, right? It's kind of promoting a very bad habit for young girls, which is overeating. But what sucks about all of this is it's not even the little girl's fault, right? If a little girl is overeating, that isn't their fault. Why? Because they have fucking parents, and their little ass parents, their dumbass parents, are probably fat asses too. And those parents are not promoting healthy eating. And why are they not promoting healthy eating? Well, the only reason that they would not promote healthy eating, which is inherently a good thing. Healthy eating is inherently a good thing. There is no question about it. The only reason that you would not be promoting healthy eating to your kid, to your young girl, is because you're a lazy ass parent. It's because you don't want to put in the work to have your kid eat healthy. You'd rather just, oh, fuck it. If I just give my kid fucking $4 for a cheeseburger at McDonald's and, just keep on ordering Uber Eats and shit, then I don't got to do anything, right? And that's a lazy thing. And you're pretty much killing your kid doing that, right? Not literally killing your kid, but you're kind of killing their mind because they're not going to be building good habits. And they're really just going to be lazy, pretty much like their parents, right? They're influenced by their parents. They're going to be lazy asses like their parents. Well, mommy orders me cheeseburgers every night. I guess I should just be eating fucking cheeseburgers every night and just stay a fat ass. And listen, like I said, being fat isn't inherently it's a bad thing, but, having a little bit of chub or something, a little baby fat here and there is, that's normal, right? Everybody has that whenever they're younger. Whenever they're a young kid, everybody has baby fat. And whenever you're older, if you decide to be a fat ass, go ahead, fuck it. We love our Lizzos, we love our BBWs and everything, but you can't be teaching your kids to be fat asses, because that's just instilling them with bad habits, and they're just gonna feel like ass. And I'm gonna say this very candidly, they're gonna look like ass, all right? Just like that little fat ass Barbie. Of course, if there's any BBWs, you know what I'm saying? But if their point is to be like inclusive and everything, which, I mean, being inclusive for fat Barbies has got to be the funniest shit I've ever heard. Then you know what? Fuck it. Go hog wild. Put in a fucking, make a bulimic Barbie. Let's see how that pans out. Who wants the bone skinny, sickly looking Barbie? Who wants that one? I'm editing this video right now, and I realized that the first half was just me complaining about lazy parents, even though I was just making this video to make fun of the fat Barbie. Yeah, my bad. But the point of a Barbie is so the Barbie's like a pretty doll or whatever, or pretty, you can only be so like inclusive, right? Including every race is a very important thing, right? You know, including male and female, I guess, is important. I don't really, the only point in that really is so that the little Barbie can have like a boyfriend or some shit like that. I guess, you know, give him cool hair, you know, cute hair, curly hair, black Barbies, Spanish Barbies, give him all that shit. But you're not gonna make a fucking retarded Barbie. You know what, actually, I've already changed my mind. Go in and make a retarded Barbie. Let's see how that pans out. Make a Barbie that looks retarded, alright? You know, they deserve some love too, you know, just like the fat people. I mean, they deserve more love, because the little fat people, they can decide to not be fat, but the little retarded kids, they don't get to decide that. They want a fucking Barbie. Are you kidding me? Anyways, if you thought it was just the fat Barbie and this whole video was going to be about the fat Barbie, you're severely mistaken. They actually added another Barbie. Let's see what that one looks like. All right, and here it is. Now, if you're confused what's wrong with the Barbie, look at the little thing that they're holding right there. What's that? Is it an old Barbie? Why do they need the cane? Is it like a disabled Barbie? Like they can't walk right? It's a fucking blind Barbie. Who the fuck are you giving a blind Barbie to? Blind kids? They can't see the fucking Barbie. Now, I propose a similar question. Why a blind Barbie? This one, I don't have an answer for, right? I had an answer for why they would make a fat Barbie and why parents would buy a fat Barbie for their kid. This one, I genuinely have no fucking clue. And I saw this inside the store, so I saw it in person. So it was very close up to me. I want to see if I can show you guys this, alright? Because I saw this, and it was fucking terrible. Holy shit, I can show you. Alright, now what I'm talking about is a close-up on the face. So I'm going to put the picture up here, and I'm going to just let you guys look for a second to kind of figure out what I'm talking about. It shouldn't be that hard, but you might overlook it if you're not looking very closely. So I'm going to zoom in on the photo and zoom in on their face, right? Now just take a look and tell me what looks wrong with the Barbie, alright? I'll wait. They're fucking cross-eyed. You just couldn't sell the fucking blindness enough. You just had to make them fucking cross-eyed. That's like, it's so unneeded, right? Whoever it was that made the fucking blind Barbie or proposed the idea of a blind Barbie and they're cross-eyed with a fucking cane, they need to get a raise, because that's got to be the funniest shit ever. They had to have been laughing whenever they pitched that idea. There's no way. And then he must have been so surprised whenever he took them serious. Like that's just crazy. Now you might be thinking, oh, well, what else could they have done? If you just take 2 seconds to think about it, I mean, they could have, first of all, they could have made them close their eyes, which that would have been more normal, I think. Or better yet, make their eyes like a kind of a white gray sort of thing, like they got cataracts or something. Don't make their fucking eyes cross-eyed. That shit's hilarious, though. So I'm actually kind of glad that they did that. Oh, and it's very clear that they're cross-eyed on the picture, but if you're in person, it's like even more exaggerated. If you see, or if you go to like a Walmart or something, and, you know, just go check out the little kids aisle, the little toys aisle, and go check out the little blind Barbie. It should be there. It's fucking hilarious. Anyway, I'm kind of tired right now. I kind of just went on a little bit of a rant more than anything, which wasn't really what I planned to do on this video. But yeah, this video was obviously more minimal editing. It's kind of more just me ranting, which, you know, whatever. Anyway, this is probably so far the best day throughout my 2025 experience. Hoping for the best. Hope for you guys to have a better year than you did last year, or, you know, if you had a good year last year, I hope it's even better than last year. All right, so anyway, happy new year, and see ya. Bye and shit.